Hey, my dear friends and fellow anglers, your resident fishing expert is back with the most anticipated forecast of the week. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing conditions for Sydney, Australia on the 28th of September 2025. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be a bit of a mixed bag, offering both challenges and incredible rewards if you know where to look and what to do. So, grab your coffee. Let's talk about how to make the most of this early spring day on the water. First up, let's talk tactics for some of our favorite fighters, Flathead. My friends, the Flathead are definitely on the chew this time of year. With early spring in full swing, you'll find them patrolling the sandy flats and drop-offs, especially in water depths of 2 to 10 meters. They're classic ambush predators, so look for areas where baitfish might be congregating or where there's a good change in bottom structure. For tackle, a light to medium spinning setup with a 2 to 5 kilogram line class is perfect. As for lures, soft plastics in a natural prawn or baitfish imitation rigged on a 1/4 to 1/2 ounce jig head will be deadly. Work them slowly along the bottom with short hops and pauses. Don't be afraid to try some vibes too, especially if you're fishing slightly deeper channels. They'll also hit pilchards or strips of squid if you prefer bait. Silver, Trevally. These underrated fighters are in their prime during September, and they love clear, deep water, often found in the lower reaches of Sydney Harbour. The key here, my friends, is a good burley trail. Think finely chopped pilchards or bread to get them fired up. They're schooling fish, so where there's one, there are usually more. Use light gear, a 2 to 3 kilogram fluorocarbon leader, and small sharp hooks, size 4 to 1, with soft baits like peeled prawns or small pilchard fillets. Fish them unweighted down the burley trail for the best results. Australian salmon. If you're a sport fishing enthusiast, the salmon run is kicking off. Look for them busting bait on the surface around the beaches and headlands in the early morning or late afternoon. Later in the day, they might move into the harbour and bays. They're not fussy, but they love a fast-moving target. Cast metal slugs, small baitfish imitation, hard bodies, or even soft plastics. A medium spin rod with a 6 to 10 kilogram braid will give you the casting distance and power you need. If they're feeding on tiny bait and being picky, a small fly or a very small lure matching the hatch might be your secret weapon. Kingfish. The kingfish are starting to wake up for spring. While the peak is a little later, September is when they begin to become more consistent. Focus on areas with good structure like channel markers, submerged reefs, and deeper drop-offs within the harbour. Live bait is king for kingfish, so if you can get your hands on some live squid or yakkers, you'll be in with a great chance. If live bait isn't an option, try large stick baits or jigs worked actively around structure. A sturdy, medium-heavy setup is essential as these fish pull hard. Now for the nitty-gritty, the analysis of conditions. Weather. For the 28th of September, Sydney is looking at a mild early spring day. We're expecting minimum temperatures of around 19 degrees Celsius, rising to a pleasant 25 degrees Celsius during the day. However, pay close attention to the wind. It's starting with a north to northwesterly breeze, 15 to 20 kilometers per hour, but will shift to a south to southeasterly wind, 20 to 30 kilometers per hour by mid-morning. This wind change, coupled with a medium chance of showers and even a possible thunderstorm from late morning, means atmospheric pressure will be fluctuating. Fish often react to these changes. Some might shut down, while others get a burst of feeding activity just before a front moves in. The southerly wind can also bring cooler surface water and chop, which can affect lure presentation and fish comfort. Water temperature. The water temperature in Sydney Harbour and offshore is still on the cooler side for early spring, averaging around 18 degrees Celsius. While it's gradually warming, it's not yet at those summer highs. This means that while spring species are becoming more active, some of those winter patterns and species that prefer cooler water are still very much in play. This transitional temperature can make fish a bit unpredictable, so flexibility in your approach is key. Moon phase. On the 28th of September, we'll be experiencing a waxing crescent moon, about 35 to 36% illuminated. It's 6 to 7 days old and steadily growing towards the first quarter, which is actually on the 29th of September. Many anglers believe that as the moon's light increases, especially leading up to the first quarter, fish activity can pick up, particularly around moonrise and moonset, so keep an eye on those tides and moon times, my friends. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, my forecast for Sydney on the 28th of September is in good to medium bite, with periods of capricious activity. The rising air temperatures and increasing moon illumination are positives, hinting at an increase in feeding. However, the significant wind shift and the chance of showers and thunderstorms will likely cause fluctuations in atmospheric pressure, which can make fish finicky. Those who adapt to the changing conditions, focusing on structure during stable periods, and perhaps trying different depths or presentations when the weather turns, will find success. So, my friends, arm yourselves with this knowledge, stay safe out there, and remember, adaptation is the angler's greatest tool. I wish you all nothing but tight lines and screaming reels. May your rods bend and your coolers be full. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future fishing predictions. What are your plans for fishing this weekend? Any hot tips or tricky conditions you've encountered recently? Share your stories and observations in the comments below. Tight lines, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.